Armani here. Welcome back to my channel. If you are new, thank you for clicking on this video. Before we get started today, peep the new backdrop. Yes. If you missed my last video and you would like to see how my sister and I created this beautiful, price-friendly, budget-friendly backdrop that you'll be seeing in pretty much all of my videos now, and if you follow me on Instagram, you'll probably be seeing me pose in front of it for photos, then please click the link above, as I'll be sticking that in, and I'll probably stick it in at the end as well. But we did this all for under $100 using things that I found on Amazon and things that I found at Target. So if you want to know how I did this backdrop, check out that video. Alright guys, so today I'm going to be talking about the top 10 things that have helped me both mentally and physically throughout this pregnancy journey. So I am currently 31 weeks. Yes, 31 weeks. I've started counting down now instead of counting up because, Lord, 31 weeks sounds like I've been pregnant for forever. But saying I have 9 weeks left sounds like we are finally in the home stretch. Though being pregnant is so beautiful and it's been such an amazing experience, it has been physically and mentally exhausting as well, which is completely normal. And so I've compiled this list of things that have helped me get through it. Okay, so first I'm gonna kind of list the top 5 things that kind of kept me from going insane. So all those things that kind of helped me mentally and spiritually throughout the journey. And then I'm gonna list all those things that I did to help with like pregnancy symptoms that I had that were kind of challenging. And if you want to skip through the video, I did link the order 1 through 10 at the bottom if there's something that you're particularly interested in seeing. I'm not going to be offended if you just skip to that part. So, here we go. Okay, so number 1, and probably the most important, you probably could have guessed it, is my friends and family. They have been a wonderful support system since day 1 of this, of course, and have been willing to listen to all of my whinings and cryings as well as my excited moments within this whole process. They are just as excited about Nugget's arrival as I am. They've been so helpful in giving me like tips and tricks to get through things, and literally without them I'd be nothing. It's been wonderful having other new moms or like first-time moms to talk to, and current pregnant moms. We always have 1,000,006 questions that we love to bounce off of one another, like, hey, are you experiencing this week, or did you ever experience this, and like, what did you do? And honestly, having that kind of support system behind you, it's like no other, because it just constantly reminds you that you are not the first nor the last person to ever have carried a baby or to be giving birth. And having other people to talk to and bounce things off of, it's priceless, because there are a lot of women who pretty much go through being pregnant alone without that, and it's sad, but it is essential and it is important. So that is my number 1 thing that's helped me so far, is having a super strong support system. Number 2. The second thing that goes right along with my support system have been my doulas. I have an amazing group of doulas that I work with. They're called Hands of Melody doulas. They were, I was introduced into their program when I was using a certain OBGYN practice in my area, and they offer free doula services to new moms. So I immediately signed up for that because I knew that I wanted a doula or a midwife. I ended up with both, but I knew I wanted a doula, and so I ended up signing up with them. They've been so helpful and so informative. They hold meetings for us just to get together almost 4 times a week virtually, just to like talk and hash out things about pregnancy, birth, breastfeeding, any changes that are going on in your body, any changes that are going to happen with baby, what to expect, what not to expect, how to prepare, how to pack a hospital bag, what type of foods to eat, whatever you could think of, whatever you could name. My doulas have been there for 24-hour support. There are 4 of them. I know that I can text or call, FaceTime, email, smoke signal any one of them at any point. And they are there like this for whatever I need. And so they have been a huge help. and I fully stand behind and support. If you're gonna have a baby, get a doula. Get a group of doulas. Get as many doulas as you can. They're the information and the support that they provide both before and what they're going to provide for me when I give birth. You can't put a price on it. You just can't put a price on that kind of comfort and that kind of peace of mind to know that there is at least one person who has been with you the entire pregnancy, that has the tools and tricks and everything you're going to need to like navigate being pregnant and giving birth. So, number 2, doulas. They are the best. All right, so number 3 on the list. Daily walks, stretching, meditation, and praying. I looped all these things together because they tend to happen all at the same time for me. So I'm a very small framed woman. Before I got pregnant, I was only 110 pounds. And I'm 4'11", so I've always been small. Because of that, I had a lot of onset back pains, neck pains, ligament pains, and things like that. So one thing that I did to combat all of that is 1, daily walks. I started walking almost every day. I try to do like 3 to 4 times a week. If I've been out and about for the day, I count that as my walk. But just so I'm not sitting in the house all day, I take a walk. It takes me about 45 minutes to walk 1 mile around my neighborhood. That helps ridiculously. It helps keep me going and motivated since I'm now working and teaching from home. So daily walks be the first thing. Stretching is super, super, super important. If you have not seen my video where I did my 5-month stretch routine, go watch it. Those stretches for around ligament pain, extremely helpful. It helps relieve the pressure and the tension. It helps stretch out that area so that you'll be a little bit more loose for birth and more prepared. But yeah, daily stretching is super important so that my muscles don't get tight. And during my like stretching time or my walking time, that is the time where I also take time to like meditate and pray. I'm one of those people that feel like praying is a form of meditation. It is the time when you are getting closer to God or whoever you believe in, where you are centered and your mind is focused and you can fully concentrate on manifesting that positivity that you need to get through pregnancy. And so those kind of all go hand in hand for me. Like walking and stretching, those are my quiet times. That's the time where I have time to really like be in my own mind, to promote positivity, to promote strength, to manifest a natural birth, to manifest a healthy, happy baby that'll be carried to full term, that has all of its mental and physical abilities. Like those are just some of the things that I manifest. And manifesting that positivity and putting those things out there, that is very, very, very important for me to get through. It helps just keep me in a good state of mind no matter what phase of the pregnancy I'm going through. Whether it be a good phase where there is nothing wrong and the sun is shining and I'm not sore and there's no issues, or if I'm in one of those parts where just walking up the stairs has me in pain and winded. Walking, stretching, meditating, praying. Those things, super important to me. Alright, so thing number 4 that has kept me sane has been journaling and writing to the baby. So before I even got pregnant, I was looking on Pinterest and I found this idea dropped by a mom who said that she created an email address for her child, and all throughout her pregnancy and the child's growing up, she would constantly email the child. She would send them pictures, just things about what she was thinking, videos, just basically talking to her baby, just in case something were to happen to her prematurely, or baby turns 18 and you give them the email password and they have all this documentation of their growing up and all of your thoughts and feelings to them. That is one thing that I do. I'm constantly just talking to my baby and emailing them, and it makes me feel good to be sharing like the pictures and the memories and important people in their life and important things and people that were happening during my pregnancy, and of course I will extend it into their life, especially now with COVID going on. Being pregnant in 2020 with coronavirus going on has been a wild experience. I actually thought about doing a video talking about some of the things that I've experienced, like my worries and wonders during COVID. If you'd like to see that video, like, comment, subscribe, and let me know, and I will get to work on putting that together. I definitely think it's important. But it's just crazy. I found myself emailing and talking to the baby all the time and just telling him like, hashtag 2020 was a crazy ass year that you are going to be born into. It is wild, and every day just gets wilder. So that's helped my mental stability a lot, and it's made me excited, and it's made me feel like I'm really already connecting with my child and leaving memories for them. Journaling, period. I'm a big writer. I'm a big advocate of writing almost every single day. I've been able to find 30-day to 31-day writing prompts to baby, or just for mental stability, or just random topics on Instagram, 30-day challenges. I love a good 30-day challenge for writing. And so just being able to sit and write every single day and get something down on paper, my thoughts, feelings, emotions, that has been extremely, extremely helpful. So if you are a writer, write it out. All right, number 5, staying informed and asking questions has kept me sane. We have a million resources at our fingertips, and there's a lot of information. As someone who studied mass communications in college, I know how overwhelming it can be to have like YouTube, newspapers, Facebook articles, and Facebook posts, and things just being thrown at you and inundating you with information. You do a simple Google search about breastfeeding, and you end up in this rabbit hole of information that you don't know how to decipher. So just staying informed has helped me, like staying informed around like what's going on around COVID, staying informed about the studies behind this birthing method or this birthing method. Just staying informed in general has helped me in learning how to just decipher through information about what's true and what's not, what's relevant and what's not, what I should be focused on and what I shouldn't be focused on. That has really helped me. Believe it or not, YouTube has been a great source, because even though there are like a lot of things that you can Google about birth and stuff, hearing it from other everyday women who are like not medical professionals, just kind of giving you their opinions on their experiences, has just been helpful. It helps raise more questions and more modes of inquiry to dig deeper into. It gives me things to ask my friends and family. It gives me things to ask my doulas, and my midwives, and just question. That's something I tell my students. Like, there's no such thing as a stupid question. If you don't know and you know somebody who does know or who might know, you ask. Just having that information just gives you a ridiculous peace of mind. All right, so now we're about to get into a little bit of the grosser parts and grosser realities of pregnancy. One issue that I have had for my entire pregnancy, or a couple of my issues, all stem from the fact that I am small. I have issues with my digestion. As my pregnancy from day 1 and then progressed to now, I have had problems either keeping food down, or when the food goes down, that shit does not come back out. It does not come out. I am either constipated and can't poop for days and am in pain, or I am putting things in and every time I turn around, I am throwing them back up. So these next couple things have been what have helped me just make it through that and being able to keep food down and make sure I'm eating and make sure that I'm not experiencing a bunch of discomfort. Number 1 on that list of things is water. I thought I was a water drinker before I got pregnant. And in my mind, I was a water drinker because I didn't mind drinking water. It's not what it means to be a water drinker. And I have learned that now. True water drinkers drink the recommended amount of water every single day. And with being pregnant, it's even more water that they recommend. So at first, I was carrying around this big gallon with these motivational quotes on it that I got from Amazon. If you want to know where I got it from, or if you want one, I will link it below, no problem. Problem with this is I was filling this up like, oh, I'm gonna try to drink a gallon every day. Doctor said a gallon was too much, but it didn't really matter because I wasn't making it to a gallon anyway. But then I was like, all right, if I can fill it up to at least halfway, that's like 64 ounces of water. Like, that's plenty of water for my size, more than enough water than what I needed. Right? Wrong. Carrying this around all day is daunting. Filling it up every day was daunting because, one, nobody, unless you have a refrigerator that has a like, what is it? Water in your fridge. Filling this up, I either need like a filter or some sort of water purifier to fill it up, because I kind of like my water kind of chilled. So just getting it out of the tap wasn't going to do it for me. So one, filling it up was a pain in the ass. Pain in the ass. Two, imagine wanting to just go for a walk or hop in the car and you're lugging around this gallon bottle all day, or even seeing the water only slowly move all day, and you just feel defeated. It is defeating, and it is daunting, and it was just hard. And I was trying so hard to make sure that I was drinking the right amount of water. So my mom bought me this. Much smaller, much easier to carry around. It holds 32 ounces. So I know that if I try to drink 2.5 of them a day, starting at the beginning of every day. That puts me well over the amount of water that I need. This feels a lot more manageable. I can get water out the sink if that's what I choose, or out of the little, what do we call it? We have like a Brita filter pitcher in the kitchen, only filling up to 32 ounces twice a day. Makes it easy, and it's super temperature controlled, so I can take this out, leave it in my car all day long in the scorching sun, and come back and the water is still cold. So tip number 1 for indigestion and constipation that has helped me survive in this pregnancy is water. Drink it. You need it. Second thing that has been super essential in surviving this pregnancy has been my morning sickness remedies. I am one of those women who, unfortunately, I have had issues with morning sickness and nausea the entire time. 6 weeks into being pregnant, I ended up in the hospital because I was so dehydrated and I wasn't eating, I wasn't keeping anything down, wasn't even allowed to keep liquids down. And because of that, they prescribed me a drug called promethazine. I like this drug. I know a lot of people don't really like putting drugs and stuff to their system because they worry about the baby, but it is safe for the baby and it is very effective. The only side effect is it makes you sleepy. Now, if you don't want to use promethazine or use any prescription drugs, one over-the-counter remedy that I was told by my OB at the time was to take these 2 things together. This is B6 and this is Unisom. B6 is a vitamin that helps with nausea. Unisom, not really sure what part this really plays in it, but it makes you sleepy, and I guess like a Benadryl combo, you can't vomit if you're sleepy. Whatever. These 2 things together, when I was taking them, they kind of worked for me. They stopped me from physically being nauseous, but it did not stop the throwing up. Like, it didn't stop the fact that I would just randomly throw up during the course of the day. And of course, without the nausea, I didn't really have too much of a heads up or a notice, so I didn't really like taking it. But I do know some other women who have taken these 2 things together, and they have helped their morning sickness and help their nausea. Whenever I run out of promethazine and I'm like waiting for a refill or something, I do take these together, and then I'm just very careful about what I eat or how much I eat. I eat in small doses so that things are digesting and I don't feel sick. But yeah, like I said, it stops me from feeling sick, but it does not stop me from throwing up, but it was helpful. So if you're looking for a natural way to do things, this might be your best bet. So try it. Third set of things that I use to help me get through my entire pregnancy are the things that I use to make sure I'm having regular bowel movements. Bowel movements for me have been a struggle, like I said, and so I am very cognitive. Like, I am a poop tracker. The most exciting part of my day these days is tracking when I poop. Every poop that I have, no matter how big or how small, it's a celebration in this camp because I'm excited that I've been able to go without a struggle. Some of the things I use to make sure that it is not a struggle for me, let's look at those things. Stool softeners. Regular over-the-counter stool softeners. Perfectly safe for you, perfectly safe for the baby. These are just, I guess, a Target brand, over-the-counter, 100 milligrams. I take one every night with my prenatals. Miralax. This is the Pure Lax brand, the CVS brand. Also have the main brand. They're both the same. Between this and this Metamucil, I put one of these in my drink every other day. And it just helps keep things regular. And it just helps soften things up so that I'm not straining, because the one thing you hear all the time as a pregnant woman is don't strain, don't push. If it's not gonna just come out, don't push. So yes, these two things every other day, not every day, because then it'll be running out of me like a water fountain. TMI, my bad. Every other day, one or the other, I put it into my drink. I use this one when I'm putting it into like coffee or something where I don't want it to affect the taste. I use this one if I'm already drinking a juice, because it kind of tastes like oranges and it doesn't really alter the flavor too much. One thing I can say about this is when it dissolves in, it is completely dissolved in. You don't taste it, it doesn't change the texture. It's great. One issue with this, when you stir it in, you kind of got to drink it quickly, because if you don't and it starts to settle again, it kind of starts to have like the consistency of like when Jello starts to melt. It's like a little bit gritty, a little bit, I don't want to say creamy, I can't think of a better word for it, but it turns mushy almost, and it's hard to get down once it gets to that consistency. So yeah, that's what I use for constipation, and that has helped me survive these last 8 months. Next thing that has helped me survive this pregnancy has been these. These are Papaya enzyme supplements. I had never heard of these before until I started going to my midwife and I was telling them that I was having trouble digesting my food. I was saying that every time I would eat, no matter what the quantity, it felt like the food was sitting in my chest, and I couldn't, of course I couldn't lay down for like 2 or 3 hours, but I couldn't do anything. Like I felt like every burp I was gonna bring everything back up. The food just was not going down, or at least not going down quickly, because the baby has, you know, pushed everything up and I'm small, so there's less and less room every day. They prescribed these to me, and what I do with them is I just take 3 of these right after I finish eating, or sometimes I even like take them in between finishing the meal. So I might take one before I start eating, take one when I'm halfway through, and take one when I'm done. They're chewable tablets. They taste like, well, these taste minty. The ones that they gave me originally have more like a fruit flavor to them, but these just taste minty and they're chewable. And what they do is they are really good for helping you break down food and digest things quicker, and they have helped a whole lot. I noticed that when I take them during a meal, I don't feel as full, I don't feel as like stuffed up, and it has helped things go down a lot quicker. I found that like instead of having to sit up almost 3 hours before I can lay down or lounge, with these I can, like after about an hour or so, I feel good enough that I can lay down and go about my business without feeling like I might throw all of my food up. So again, these are Papaya enzymes, and I got them off of Amazon, and of course I will leave the link below. Last but not least, the 10th thing that has helped me survive this pregnancy, a heating pad. Heating pad, heating pad, heating pad. I use this heating pad to either put between my legs for a period of time to help relieve some of the round ligament pain. I use this heating pad on my neck, back, and shoulders to help relieve some of that pain. And it honestly just works really well, like massaging some of my aches and pains away. This is one of the ones that has, it works on a timer, and it has an automatic shut off. So I know people are always like, don't fall asleep with a heating pad on, don't fall asleep with a heating pad on. This one is really good because it only stays on for about 30 minutes before it shuts itself off. So if I, like, you know, lean up against it on my back, right between my legs, and I fall asleep, after about 30 minutes, it will just turn itself off automatically. And it doesn't just go on pause, but it completely shuts itself off. So it's safe, and I use it, and it makes me feel better. But yeah, that is it. Those are the 10 things that have helped me get through pregnancy thus far. If you have any other tips and tricks, I would love to hear about it. Put it in the link below. If you want to see the video, like I said, on like my thoughts and feelings around being pregnant in COVID 2020, let me know. You want to see how I did this backdrop? Click the video link at the end. You want to see my video on those stretches that I still do to this day daily to help my ligament pain? Check out the rest of the videos on my channel. It'll be right before the one about the backdrop. yeah, that's it. So I just want to thank you guys for coming to my channel. Like, comment, subscribe, turn those bell notifications off, and I will see you all next time.